All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video as we do a little deep dive review of the 49er offense, looking at some of the film. And we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. It's all good, but the brisket chili, amazing. Go say hi to Damon and Mary. Tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. And this video is also brought to you by Mojo Fantasy. I'm loving Mojo Fantasy. Use the link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, K-R-U-E-G, to get your first deposit matched up to $100. Well, the Niners put 42 on the Eagles at the link. 14 points in the second quarter, 14 points in the third quarter, 14 more in the fourth quarter. They were a machine after the first quarter and just totally dominated. Brock Purdy, 19 of 27, but he started 0 for 4. So in a way, he was 23 for his last 27 for 314 yards and four touchdowns, a 148.8 rating. Purdy also had 2 carries for 9 yards. So the Niners ran it effectively, 5.2 a carry, led by Christian McCaffrey, who went for 5.5 a carry, 17 for 93 yards and a touchdown for McCaffrey. Debo had a monster game receiving 4 catches, 116 yards, 2 touchdowns. They threw him 4 balls. He caught 4 balls. He was fantastic. Brandon Aiyuk, George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, all were in the mix. Jennings and Aiyuk scored touchdowns, and the 49ers took it to the Eagles' defense. A defense that misses Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, no doubt about it. But still, incredible performance by the 49ers. 456 total yards for the Niners. What can you say? I mean, when you're running it for over 5 yards a carry, when you go 4 for 4 on 4 trips to the red zone as far as touchdowns, when you don't turn it over, you really look sharp. And the 49ers looked very, very sharp. Third down, they converted 8 of 11. So, the quarterback down is third down. What you do on third down kind of defines you as a quarterback. And Brock Purdy was outstanding on third down. So that was a big part of it. Now, there's 4 plays that I want to show that I think really were spectacular plays. Plays that, you could almost watch on a reel over and over and over again. And you just love it for one reason or another. We're going to start with the Purdy pass to Kittle. And the play design, the route combination just created so much space here. And I'm going to share the screen and let you guys take a look at this one. You're gonna when you watch this on the all 22, or what we're looking at here is the sideline and the sideline and then the end zone wide. So let's pause it. We'll bring it back, and here it is. Here's the play. Now, you got 3 wides. You got Debo in motion. I think it's Debo in motion. You got McCaffrey offset. And watch this play develop and look at the space that's created here. Debo in the slot, Aiyuk out front here. Now you got Kittle in motion, and he dumps it off to him in the flat, and he just runs all the way down to the 10-yard line and fights his way through 3 defenders down to the 10. But just a great play design from the standpoint of it just cleared out so much space. And you don't really get a feel for it on the end zone version, but the sideline wide, I mean, look at that open space right there. That's just a ton of open space. So we'll watch it again. Here it is from the sideline wide. You got Aiyuk on the bottom. You got Jennings up top. You got Debo went in motion. Now he's into the slot. You got George kind of stacked behind Jennings on the offensive left, and you got CMC offset in the backfield, and they go George in motion. He fakes the block, gives a little chip on Reddick, but then he's wide open. Look where George is, and look at all these routes. Defenders way on the other side of the field. You got one defender right in the middle of the field, and you got two defenders going deep with Aiyuk here. I mean, you got 5, 10, 15, 20 yards where there's just one defender who's a good 10 yards away from him, probably more, right there. And he's got all this green grass, just a huge amount of green grass there. And to me, I just love this play for, the complementary route combinations. I mean, you run off the coverage. The Niners don't really have a speedster. I mean, they don't have Danny Gray's not active. They don't have a 4-3 guy. So they're just play design off the route combination just created all this room, all this space. And Purdy's got a pretty easy pitch and catch out here. Now, I say pretty easy. How many times do we see Kaepernick or Garoppolo miss this throw? I mean, a ton. But he gets it out to George, hits him in the hands, and he outruns the one defender. Now he's down to the 20, the 15, push forward, down to the 10. Everything's set up. Just a beautiful play design right there as far as route combination. The route combination was fantastic, and it created a ton of space. And right there, you're looking at a big play. That was a big chunk yardage play that set the Niners up at the 10-yard line. So that's the first play I want to show you. The second play I want to show you is this is the one that's for the people that say, Brock's little and he's not tough and he's, it's like he's not the guy, whatever, so on and so forth. But here's Purdy on a quarterback run. And to me, this, once again, this debunks if anybody has ever had the myth out there that Brock's not a pretty tough guy who can take a hit. You got a pretty good sense of the toughness after this play. Here it is again. We'll make it bigger. There you go. You can see it. So Purdy's in the gun. Motion. Is that Kittle in motion, I believe? Right there. You got three. Once again, it's a 3 wides, 1 back, and is that Kittle? Is that might be Dwelly actually in motion. Anyway, you got Brock running out, breaks a tackle, takes another hit, slides out at the 4, feeling good. You know what I mean? I mean, just another example though of quarterback that, is this guy the toughest guy? Well, he breaks that tackle, he runs out, gets that hit, turns that one down. This guy gets a good pop on him on the throwing shoulder, which you never want to see. You never want to see your quarterback take a hit on his throwing shoulder. That's for sure. But in a lot of ways, this was the message sender. This is like, hey, man, I'm a pretty tough guy in my own right. 1 hit, boom, another hit. Here we go. Fired up, pops right back up, ready for the next play. Love that one. That was a great one as well. Really enjoyed seeing Brock break the tackle there. Nice little run out to the flat. And it sent a message. It sends a message that like, hey, you know what? I'm pretty tough too. All right. So that was the second play, the run left to the 4-yard line, set up the Aiyuk touchdown. Now we're going to show the Aiyuk touchdown because to me, the Aiyuk touchdown was really, really something special on a lot of fronts. Great play design on the Aiyuk touchdown. Once again, we'll share the screen here. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. So here's Aiyuk on the touchdown. I'll pause this. This is from the sideline wide. Okay, so you got the receivers in a bunch. Debo goes in motion. Then he does the orbit motion. Look at the defense move with Debo. And then you got Brock on the naked boot, which he's so good at. And then you got Jawan in the flat, who's just, he's open. I mean, he's open. You got McCaffrey kind of going in the middle of the field, so he's taking some defenders. And then you think he's going to Jawan or he's going to run. Is he going to run or is he going to Jawan? Nope, he's not doing either. He's got Aiyuk in the back baseline, and he let him. And here you can see the spacing on the throw. And I'm going to ask Brock about this one today. Was this throw by design, or did you lead him more than you wanted to? To me, I think it might be by design. Just he wanted to keep that ball away from the defender. But look at them, all the action. You got the bootleg, you got the orbit motion, you got Jawan in the flat, you got McCaffrey, who's the MVP on the other side. You got all kinds of things drawing the defense in all different directions. Look at these linebackers. They're moving around. They're flowing to the left. Oh, no, it's coming back right. And strike to Aiyuk. Defender doesn't even get a hand on it. Is that Blankenship? Blankenship in the full trail. Now just watch Aiyuk. He fakes the block and he just scoots out the back and nobody's covering him. Nobody was covering him at all. One of the best receivers in pro football. Nobody's covering him. But once again, I love the design. He fakes like he's going to block, then he slips through the trash. Untouched, strike, 7-6 Niners. It was technically 6-6 until the PAT. But the design here, I mean, there's people that'll be like, Shanahan sucks, blah, blah, blah. He's on the hot seat. Come on. Look at the play design here. I mean, they got great weapons. Don't get me wrong. But the play design's fantastic. And the fact that as soon as Debo goes in the orbit, everybody's keying Debo. Everybody. And then the defender gets up on Jawan because he's like, he's going to go quick to Jawan. And there's always the chance that he's going to cut back and run. So you got to keep your spacing. And nobody takes into account that you got Aiyuk basically uncovered. I mean, that's a thing of beauty, man. And to me, this is one that makes you go, let me see that tablet. Let me see what they did here. What do they do to us? I mean, just so much movement, changing you got all kinds of weapons. You're spreading out the field. You're making the Eagles defend every freaking blade of grass there is. And the gravity of the orbit motion, Debo and the fake there carried the whole defense. And then so you're stretched to the defensive left by the Debo orbit. You're stretched to the pylon by Jennings and the leak out underneath. You're stretched from the idea that you got to defend the quarterback run. And then you don't take account of the best receiver on the team running by himself. And the fake block there for a second, he faked like he was going to block, slid out, boom, right there, strike. And I kind of wonder, did he lead him more than he wanted to lead him here, or did he just want to keep it away from the defender? I think this is Brock being extra safe with the football because he doesn't throw it real hard. He kind of throws it soft. But it was like, let's throw a nice catchable, soft ball, but we'll lead Aiyuk to the spot, and he'll make the dive. And sure enough, he did. But great. The play design on this is just awesome. Just absolutely awesome. So those three really stand out to me. But then we got to go back. We got to show the tunnel screen as well. Because the tunnel screen, I think, is one of my favorite plays that are the favorite plays to watch over. And it's just an incredible effort by a guy who could potentially win the MVP on the backside on a fake. McCaffrey just kind of goes to show. And Shanahan, I asked Shanahan about it yesterday, and he's like, Christian McCaffrey is the best player I've ever coached without the ball. That's a direct quote from Shanahan. Best player I've ever coached without the ball. All right, let's share the screen on this one. You guys can take a look for yourself. And I saw this. I didn't see this live, and when I watched the game again, the detail in the play fake from CMC eluded me altogether. I only saw it when I watched JT O'Sullivan's quarterback school and he highlighted it. And then you see the effort that went into this play fake from CMC. This is a phenomenal play fake. I mean, look at Purdy here. Purdy does not fake the ball. He does not fake the toss on the backside to Aiyuk or to CMC. But CMC acts like not only was it a fake, but that it might have gone over his head because he just kind of puts his hands out there, but he takes 3 steps. And if you go back and look at the linebacker, look how many false steps the linebacker takes with CMC. 1, 2, 3, up. Now Debo on the tunnel screen, can't get back, and he's gone. If he takes 1 step, he makes the tackle, 53. If he takes 2 steps, he makes the tackle. The other thing, but with 3 steps, he's cooked. And look at all those blockers out front. I mean, don't tell me that Aaron Banks can't move at 320. Look at Aaron Banks, the left guard. Look at the movement here. It's great movement by 65. And then Trent moves from left tackle. Look at these guys. They all got out in front of that. I mean, it's just really great. You got Kittle, Trent, Banks, and Brendel all sprinting out on the left side. And Debo diagonally untouched. And the irony is the guy who really makes this play go for the touchdown, you don't even see except for the first couple seconds. And it's just like McCaffrey with two hands out. Look at the linebacker's head. The linebacker's head's looking right at Christian. He's not looking at all at Purdy. He's not looking over here to Debo. He's so concerned about Christian catching the ball in the flat and, being able to make the tackle one-on-one against the league's MVP. And he takes 1, 2, 3 bad steps. Purdy's never even looked over there. He didn't even fake over there. He didn't even glance over there. It's a straight, this is all Christian. This whole thing was created by Christian. This guy could win the MVP. You know how many MVPs don't work that hard away from the ball? They look at the plays that aren't coming to them as like, I can get a breather. Look at the effort by McCaffrey selling that they're going to throw the swing pass in the flat to the running back, and the linebacker is all honed in on McCaffrey. It's like they're on a field by themselves, and he's just staring at him, and he takes multiple bad steps. We're talking about maybe 4 or 5 bad steps here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, not going there. Debo, get back. Gone. No time. Great play. Great play by Debo. Great play by the O-line. Great play design. But it all works because the MVP of the league, if it's McCaffrey, sells the swing pass on the backside. And that defender who's chasing him down bought it. And so 53 gets burned. So there you go. Great play design there. And just shows the effort. It shows the team. This is a full team. They got a bunch of weapons, but this is a 15-yard run, tunnel screen catch, I should say, pass and run. It goes for 15 to 20 yards without the McCaffrey play fake. With the McCaffrey play fake, you're taking it to the house. And it's ball game. Thanks for coming. Eagle fans walking out to their car. Goodbye. Here comes Aiyuk sliding down. Christian celebrating. They're all waving goodbye. Great stuff, man. 49ers offense was cooking against the Eagles. Can they cook Sunday against the Seahawks? We'll find out. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the Krug Show. Thanks to Mojo Fantasy. And make sure you use that link in the description and use the promo code Krug, KRUEG, to get your first deposit matched up to $100. And thanks to all you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.